Hi, today I'll show you the final assembly of the WA2000 AEG. Let's begin. You start with this part. And as you can see here, there are 3 holes here. And the biggest one is for the outer barrel, but the smaller ones are for the steel rods you should have prepared. And before you print the whole part, I recommend printing just a bit because there might be a problem with fitting these bars and of course the barrel in this part. So you print just a bit, you take the pipe, the bars, and you insert it. If you can do it, you can print the whole part. If not, it might be necessary to, change the slicer settings. You can play with values like whole horizontal expansion. It's called like this in Cura. I'm not sure how this setting is called in other slicers. So now let's get to this part. You noticed the inserts. This one is M5, these are M4, this one is also M4, and the rest are M5. So when you have this part prepared, now you can insert the external barrel. And what pipe is it? It's about 540 millimeters long. Its external diameter is 16 millimeters and internal diameter is about 10. It's just 10. So you insert your barrel, and now you can place here 3 and 4 screws. This should be 26 millimeters long, and you might need to apply some washers. Here is a place for M4 nut. So you insert the screw and now you can tighten it, and that's it. You can apply 2 more screws, but I don't find it really necessary. Now let's build in this direction. We will start with the gas block. What do? You insert it just like this, and that's it for this part. Now we will install the upper bar and the lower bar. We will start with the lower one. All of these inserts are M5 ones. Firstly, you take this thing and you have to install it right here. You need 2 M5 screws. It should look like this. Now you take the shorter rod. It should be about 460 millimeters long. You insert it right here. And now you can slide this part in like this. Now let's install the upper bar. Again, all inserts are M5. So you take the longer rod. It should be about 680 millimeters long. You insert it here. You can slide it in like this. It should stick out here. And what do we do now? We will install the side plates. We will start with the left one. You place it like this. And now you have to insert 4 screws and screw it in. Now we install the right plate. You insert 3 and 5 screws here, but this one is different. Here is where we place this thing. Okay, when you screwed in these 3 screws, we'll insert the rear upper bar. It looks like this. M5, M5, this one is M4, and these 3 are M5. So we take it like this, and then insert it here. Now we will screw in it here. And now you take an M5 screw and insert it here. Now we can install this part. You will need 2 M4 screws. These are 20 millimeters long. You insert them like this. This hole should be closer to the rear. So what do? You insert it here, and now you tighten the screws. Now we will go back to the front, and here we'll install this part. So how do you do this? It might be a little bit tight here, but that's good. You install it only once. Okay, everything is fine. So now you take 4 and 5 screws and you place them here. Notice, do not over tighten them like I just did, because this part I don't know if you can see this, but it might break. Now let's install the trigger guard. This thing. You will need 2 M4 screws. Like this. The shorter one is about 10 millimeters long. The longer one is about 22. So we will start with the shorter screw. You insert it here like this, and now you have to place the trigger guard here. Okay, it sits. You tighten the screw, and now you can insert this screw here. You can check if you can move the safety switch. It works. Now you install the handguard. You will need only one M5 screw with a washer. You insert it here. It sits. And now you place it here and tighten the screw. Okay. Now we will install the gearbox and rear plates. We will start here with this part. Firstly, you need to install the trigger on this part. How to do it? The plastic is bendy, so you do it like this. And you just install the trigger. Now you take the gearbox. As you can see, here are 2 M4 inserts. And what do? You disconnect the motor and you insert the gearbox here like this. You can reconnect the motor now. Like here. You will need it in a second, but firstly you install the hop-up chamber. How do you do it? Like this. Very simple. So now you take the gearbox and here, I hope you can see, here is a cutout for the wires, and wires should go through this cutout. There's a cutout here and it's for the same wires. It should look like this. And now you have to mount the gearbox. This part may be a little bit tricky, but it can be done. So what do? Firstly, you need to set the safety switch to fire. Now you bend the trigger like this, and you can insert the trigger. Okay, it should look like this. Now we have to make use of the two inserts. So you take two M4 screws. Their thread should be about 10 millimeters long. And you have to tighten the screws. When you tighten the screws, you can tighten these 4 grab screws. But before you do it, you have to press the hop-up chamber to the gearbox to make sure the nozzle will seal properly with the hop-up backing. And now you take your Allen key. I make 2 full rotations because you don't need to crush this chamber with these 4 screws. You have to just tighten them a little bit, and you can check if the chamber moves. No, it doesn't. So now we can install this part. You will also need the trigger spring. You install it here. You take this part. You will need single M5 screw. You install it here like this. The M5 screw goes here. You tighten it and check if trigger moves freely and you feel the spring tension, so it should return to its position. Now we will install the rear plates. We will start with the left one. Firstly, you need to hide the 80 tiny in this cutout. Now we have to place the wires in their place in this cutout here, and now we can install the plate. So we install 4 and 5 screws here, 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 and here. Now you have to place the wires in the cutouts, and we'll install the cheek rest. And important thing, here are 2 holes for, you see, for these 2 little things. if they fall out and don't want to sit here tightly like it should be, just apply some hot glue from the glue gun. You may also use something like super glue under them. So you take the cheek rest, you slide it here like this, and now we install the right plate. You will need another 4 and 5 screws. Now, I hope you can see it. Oh, here's a place for M3 screw. You might use it, however, I don't find it really necessary. What does it do? It just makes the cheek rest a little bit more sturdy. However, it already doesn't move, just here a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So if you want, you can insert M3 screw here, but I don't find it necessary. So now you take your battery, because we have to check if we didn't damage wires. So you plug it in, and now important thing, after you plug the battery in, the trigger won't work for about 5 seconds. It's okay, it should be like this. So just after you plug in the battery, and the AT waits for new program. If you don't upload a new code, it will be working with the previous one. So it's okay. Okay, now I pull the trigger. It works. So we can unplug the battery. And we can install this part. You will need long M4 screw at 50 millimeters long, and you will need a washer here. However, my washer is stuck somewhere here, so you know. And M5 screw with a washer. So you take this part, and here, watch the cables. You don't want to bend them. Now you insert M5 screw here, and you tighten it. And now you insert the M4 screw right here. We are almost there. Now you take the butt pad. You have to pull this button. Now you can slide it here. You have to make sure this button is in this position because it locks the butt plate. Now we can mount the charging handle. We do it like this. You insert it here and to the front. And now the flash hider. It has M4 grab screw here because it goes here, and you can tighten the screw to prevent it from sliding out. So there you go. You just assembled the WA2000 AEG. Have fun.